welcome to my YouTube channel, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Today we have a special guest with us here, Madame Dilarogue. I'm going to allow her to introduce herself first, and then I'll speak on how her and I know each other, and then we'll go right into the interview. So, did I say welcome to my YouTube channel? If I didn't, welcome to my YouTube channel, and you're supposed to do it with me too, Daiki.
Welcome to the
Yeah, just do the you just have to do the little shimmy. Yes.
Yes,
So
yes.
tell the people about yourself. I don't think you really need much of an introduction because you're promo, but for those that don't know, tell them who you are, sis.
Okay, guys, my name is Dikenia. I am the owner of a clothing line called Dilarogue, which
Yes.
I'm wearing now, and Christine is also wearing one of my hats.
Okay.
I guess my name now is Miss Dilarogue because that's what everyone calls me for a while now.
That's your
Which is
brand.
okay, which is okay because
Yes.
it's my brand, it's my name, it stands for what I'm going for in life right now.
Mm-hmm.
I was born and raised in St. Martin, but I currently live in Florida. And I guess Christine gonna ask the rest of the questions so y'all can answer.
Yes, yes. Before we even get right into it, you know the amount of compliments I just get on this hat,
You
girl,
do?
is my go-to.
That was one of the best. The best is the corduroy material. I ain't bring it back in a while, but that
I
was one.
love it. I think you should. I'm speaking for the people and I am the people. So before we go into the interview, I want to ask you, since you are an entrepreneur and you are also working, what kind of person are you? Are you an early bird or a night owl?
That's crazy you asked me this because I just asked myself this question yesterday. Like, sis, what are you?
Mm,
I don't like to wake up early in the morning. However,
you
when I
have to.
when I say early, I automatically wake up by 7 a.m. every morning because I've been working all my life basically. But do I like to wake up early? No. But the latest I'll sleep, and I'm being honest, is maybe 8:30 and I'll be up.
Wow.
Honestly, I can't sleep. I'm not one of those people that sleep till 11, 12 o'clock. It's not possible at all.
Oh, the latest you sleep. I thought you just go to sleep at 8:30.
No, no,
I
no. This
was
is morning time. No, I'm not a
ah
morning person either,
okay, okay, okay.
but I can wake up if I need to.
I
However,
think too with the business too, you got to wake up. Like with me, if I have something to do, I can't sleep because it stays on my mind, you know?
me too. So I have to get up for work either way by 6:30 every morning. So I'm used to
Not
waking
even
up.
bad.
I'm not a morning person because I'm
Not
not
even
the
bad.
hey, good morning, how are you? I'm not.
Hi guys, good morning.
Don't talk to me till I drink my coffee and like I kind of start to night. But I'm not a night person either. Everyone
Mm-hmm.
that knows me, if you've been friends with me for a while, I usually in bed by now that I have a business and everything else by 11-ish, which is what I
Wow,
try
that's
to.
not even late.
That's not late at all.
Mm-mm.
But I'm programmed to finish all my stuff by at least 11:30.
Mm-hmm.
The latest I'll stay up because I have to wake up for work the next
Mm-hmm.
morning, and
Mm-hmm.
I can't be tired. So the latest I'll
Mm-hmm.
sleep is like 12:30. Okay, because I gotta be up by 6. So
Mm-hmm.
my schedule is literally finish work by 5:30. I go to the gym, get back home by 8, and then work on Dilarogue for that time, and then I gone. Sometimes I'll be sleep by 10. The day
Okay.
does really kill me, girl.
That's crazy for a young person like you. But we'll go right into the interview. I wanted to go right into like how we know each other. We go way back to high school days and then we lost touch and now we're reconnecting again. We thank God and now we go right into the interview. So Dilarogue, how did the thought come to mind? Like, where was the starting point? Was it something that you just thought, maybe I want to have my own clothing line, or like, how did the idea come to mind? How did it pop up?
For me personally, I wasn't. It's not like I wanted a clothing line my whole life. It's not
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
that I've been a vision of mine. However,
mm-hmm,
I've always been into fashion.
mm-hmm.
I am always that friend that you can come to put an outfit together for you or to get my opinion on an
I need
outfit.
to contact you
Yes, sis. That is any of my friends. I am always that person. So it was always
because.
easy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
But I love it. It's something that I always enjoyed. But to have a
mm-hmm,
clothing line, it wasn't a thought of mine. How Dilarogue came about? I started a lingerie line where I was selling lingerie in St. Martin.
I think I remember that.
Embrace It Sexy was called. That
Mm-hmm,
was just the name of the little company I had going on in St. Martin.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And I couldn't come up with content for the lingerie because I personally didn't want to pose in lingerie every day. So I'm
mm-hmm,
like, this is too small. I was like, this is too small for me. This is too small.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And it kept bothering me. And I like something else there's gotta be another way for me to make this bigger. And at that time, I was doing it with my friend in St. Martin. And I remember I messaged her and I was like, I have this vision and I got to do it on my own. And this business that we have going on, we're going to have to like cut it off because I have something that I want to do personally. And I told her, I was like, I'm going to use basically the small market that I have right now in St. Martin to start off. She's like, of course, if you feel like, you're going to pop off, let's go. So that was the end of that. And I started thinking, what can I do? And I was initially going to start selling like just regular clothes. And I'm like, no, that's still too small. I was like, I'm trying to build an empire. And it was just naturally coming to me. And that's why I always say, like, I just feel like this vision was given to me by God because it was just coming. It was just every day something would come up. So I started to think on like a name. And I don't want to get too much into details because it's a long story how the name come about. Dilarogue stands for Dikenia Lake Going Rogue, which is my name, okay? And going rogue to me is just, my brand stands for doing what you want to do. You right? Not what others expect you to do, which is exactly what I'm doing now, you know?
Yeah.
And I came up with a name and I like Dilarogue. I was like, that sounds good. And it was just flowing. And my cousin was like, you can't do lingerie with that name anymore. She was like, that name sounds too good for lingerie. And I was like, you're right.
Yes.
You're right. And then I was gonna do loungewear because I love loungewear. And I was like, loungewear is still too small. And then I remember I was talking to one of my friends and she told me about this website I can go on to order clothes that can print your logo on it. And I was like, randomly, I didn't even tell her, this is one of my close friends too. I didn't even tell her what I had planned yet. And I remember I ordered something and and I put Dilarogue on it and I was like, it's a clothing brand. It was like, it's a clothing brand, this needs to be. And I was like, this is where we're gonna start. And from that day when I put out, I remember I changed the Instagram. I was like, okay, we're no longer doing this anymore. We're gonna be focused on Dilarogue. And they were like, Dilarogue? And I was like, stay tuned. And those people are still following that page, okay? Like
yes. So I have another question. Because you talked about the small business. Is owning your own business was something that you were always interested in doing?
In the past, no, I can't say that I've always wanted my own business, but I've always had that hustler mindset. True. So it kind of just came together where if you're naturally a hustler, you're going to be an entrepreneur because you don't want to be hustling for somebody else. You know what I mean?
True.
Because you know me from my teenage years. I've always had a job. I've always been doing promo work or
always doing something.
Always doing something. And trust me, I wasn't doing something for free. Like it was always something paid. Like I've always been a hustler. I don't know if I can say, yes, I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur because it's not something that I used to say, but I've always been a hustler and it goes hand in hand. So I guess I could say yes.
Okay. But one thing I do want to point out too was the fact that the person that you were doing business with, you reached out to them and you told them that there's another direction that you want to go and you want to do it alone. And that I find is a very important part to point out, because if it was like some other people, if you were to tell them that, they would have been like, they would have feel some type of way.
Yeah. It was my best friend. It was my best friend. We've been friends from 5th grade. And she really understands me. And
but even before that, did you feel any kind of way to like telling her that?
Okay. Yes, I did.
Okay.
I did. I thought about it and I didn't want it to come off like I don't want to do anything with her. But I also knew the type of relationship that we have, and I know it wouldn't be a problem,
Yes.
So I just wanted to make sure that I brought it across where it's nothing to do with you. It's just something I feel I need to do by myself. And her reaction was like, of course, like, why would you? Yeah, like, until this day, she's my number one supporter. Number one.
Yes. So let's go right into supporting. Like when you branched out, how did the support look like for you? Did you get a lot of support from people that you thought you were gonna get support, or like how was that process for you? Like stepping out on your own, is having someone with you is one thing, but stepping out on your own is a different ball game. So how did that look like for you?
In the beginning, the first thing I want to say, right, when it comes to business, strangers are your biggest supporters. Okay.
Truth.
I'm just gonna start with that.
Truth.
a lot of my support in the beginning came from people that, not that I didn't know them, because some of them I didn't know, but it's people I didn't expect support from, especially from St. Martin. For someone that I wasn't born and raised in the US, so a lot of my support is going to start with St. Martin, which I'm so grateful for. St. Martin, they have been going in for me, but it's from people that I probably seen once in my life in St. Martin. And St. Martin is small. We know each other, but it's not to say friends with
we know each other like that.
Yeah. And a lot of my support in the beginning came from people that I never had a conversation with in my life. Or maybe I was in the same grade as them in like second grade, or someone who know me through someone else. But to say that the people that I know personally supported me right away, it wasn't like that. Which is okay, because I never took it personal. Your friends and family is not your customers, okay? And that was what I learned from the beginning. But the support that I got from people who just know of me, it was the best feeling ever. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. So even with you stepping out to do this, like how did the process look like for you as an individual? Like what keeps you motivated? Is it something that is intrinsic, or like what does motivation look like for you? What keeps you motivated?
So I posted a DM from someone maybe 2 days ago. And the caption was, I get a message like this at least once a month. And the people that keep me motivated is literally my supporters and my customers, because I always get a message from someone that says, I kind of want to do something on my own, and I see you just going for it, and it just motivates me to do it. That's one thing that keeps me motivated. And I always get those messages on a day when I feel like, why am I doing this? Every single time. Another thing that keeps me motivated is, I guess we would call this like an intrinsic factor.
Yeah.
Everything has been working out so perfectly for me from the beginning that I just feel like I can't give up. There's no way I can give up, knowing that everything is just falling in place out of nowhere. I'm getting support from people that I never met in my life, that they just see me hustling and posting every day, and they're like, whatever I could do to help you, I want to help. Send me a shirt, I'll post it for you. And this is someone with like 50K followers. And I'm like, shirt tomorrow.
Yes.
But it's just this unexplainable feeling that I know I'm going to make it, that just keeps me going.
Okay. So how do you deal with doubt when those things happen? You remind yourself of your customers, or?
I remind myself of when I feel doubtful. As I said, I always get a message from a random person, which is going to bring me back up, number one. And then I think about how far I've come. I've literally only been in business for a year and 2 months or so. In a year time span, I've grown tremendously.
Yes.
Where I look back and it's like, sis, if you could do that in 1 year, imagine 5 years. And that's one thing. When I start to doubt myself, it's like, cut it out right now. Cut it out right now. I got this. And because I always have a hustler mindset, I'm not the type to ever give up on anything. If I said I'm going to do something, it's going to get done.
Trust me, I've seen that in French class. Like, would come all the way COVID just so that we can go over our schoolwork. This girl have been motivated from the get-go. So what has been your biggest struggle and your biggest accomplishment starting your own company?
My biggest struggle, I mean, we just mentioned that, is the self-doubt. I just have sometimes where I'm like, why am I doing this? What do you think you are? That's like that imposter syndrome that we always talk about. It's like, who do you think you is trying to be?
True.
Brand owner, you know what I mean? But that's just like the devil testing you, and it's like, That's one of the biggest negatives of running a business, especially on the days where maybe you plan something and it don't go as planned. Because trust me, in business, nothing ever goes as planned, ever. And what was the second question? My biggest accomplishment?
Yes, your biggest accomplishment.
One of them is I posted a picture on Black Friday last year. I had a picture from my first Black Friday where I had like 6 packages in my hand. And then the second picture, I had literally 30 orders on the floor. Wow. I could really do this. I feel like
Growth.
that was one of my biggest accomplishments.
Mm-hmm.
Because I strategically planned out Black Friday last year, 2021. And I'm like, this is how much sales we're going to get. This is how much money we're going to get. We're going to triple what we got last year.
Yes.
And I did. I feel like that was one of my biggest accomplishments. And also the support that I've been getting from not only people from St. Martin, but a lot of other people in the Caribbean. I'm finally branching out to different Caribbean islands, and I have a lot of different artists that I'm working with that I send Dilarogue stuff to. They perform in Dilarogue. They introduce me to other people. They like Dilarogue. They start to like me, and then they're wearing Dilarogue. So that's another accomplishment that I really, really like.
Do you celebrate those accomplishments?
I don't.
Like, you should, sis.
I should.
Yes, you should. What is the vision that you have for Dilarogue? Yes.
I gotta get to say this on video so we could look back a couple years from now and see. I'm gonna accomplish it, but just see. So for this year,
I'll be like, I was the first person that interviewed herself.
This is
yeah, go ahead.
First of many, the first interview of many. So for this year, one of my goals is to move into a bigger storage unit because of the fact that I'm getting more orders and I need more space and everything else.
These are good problems.
Great problems. So
yes,
hoping to go into the warehouse this year. I would say like at least my 3-year to 5-year goal is just to make Dilarogue a worldwide brand. Like I just want everyone to know about Dilarogue. And I also want people to know about the message behind Dilarogue. Because the name, there's so much meaning behind the name, and it's not about me personally. I just want you to understand when you wear Dilarogue, I want you, because my brand stands for going against the expected. So when you wear Dilarogue, I want you to feel like you could accomplish whatever you want in life because you're wearing this brand. Okay. So those two, I have a lot of goals, but I don't want to speak too much on it. But moving into a warehouse and having tons of customers, orders, and making Dilarogue a worldwide brand. Like I just want to see orders in London and Africa and places. Right now I have a lot of customers in the Netherlands because St. Martin people in Holland, but I also have like they introduced the brand to other Holland people and they're buying from me, So the brand is going to be a worldwide brand. Known worldwide.
Okay. But as you're mentioning that too, the fact that we know where you're coming from, even wearing the brand, like I know when I put on my hat, I like this is Dikenia, and I've seen you make that process from where you came and where you are now. So even if they might not know the meaning of the word, but just because of who you are and what you represent, I believe that it's still bringing the message forth. For someone that is starting their own company, what would you advise them?
So if you already made up your mind that you want to start a company, right? Which I hope you did. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. The first thing I would say is try not to get too many opinions about starting or whatever. So for instance, you want to do makeup. Don't ask too many people their opinion on it, because that's just going to divert you from really going for it. Because that's one thing that I did in the beginning, and I was asking people that whose opinion don't even matter. True. And then it would mess with my head, and I'm like, do I really want to do this? So that's one thing I must say. And whatever you put your mind to, you can accomplish. Whatever you focus on, this is one of my favorite quotes. Whatever you focus on will become your reality. So if you focus on coming up with a business that you know is going to be successful, and you put in the work for it to be a successful business, trust it's going to happen for you. You have to believe that it's going to happen for you, and trust yourself and trust your vision, and it's going to work out. It's going to come to pass.
So even with that, like, what do you do? Because they say what you feed your mind has a great influence as to what you do. So what does that look like for you? Who do you listen to? What do you read to keep your mind in the right mindset?
So recently, I feel like, and you were on one of my lives when I mentioned this, one of the first books that I read. One of the first books that I read that changed my mindset completely in regards to business is Rich Dad Poor Dad. If you read that book, And I saw you post it somewhere recently.
Yeah, I'm trying to put people on and they're not reading it. That thing, it as soon as after I finished read that book, it was like I keep thinking of different ways of having a second income. I'm like, guys, whatever you have in your mind, maybe you think it's small, still do it. You don't want to be totally dependent
Don't
on
want
that
to
one
limit
job.
yourself. That book will inspire you to the point where it's like, what? First of all, why are you going to work every day?
Girl.
But I love it. It opened my mind to so many possibilities that you can do this. This person
Mm-hmm.
came from nothing, and
Mm-hmm.
he explaining to us what it takes to become, that successful person. And
Mm-hmm.
you said it. What you feed your mind is what you're gonna put out there. And right now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a space where I'm at peace with
Mm-hmm.
everything. I don't let a lot of
Yes.
things bother me. I try to create a routine that, helps me to become a better person. So like I work during the day all day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm finally in a space where I work out Monday to Thursday and sometimes Saturday. It's part of my routine.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
And Saturday
Wow,
is Monday.
sis.
I don't miss a day, unless I'm feeling sick or something. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm finally in a space where working out actually makes me feel good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm seeing my body transforming and I'm getting stronger in the gym. And it's like, wow, you really out here doing this, sis.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and then by the time I get home from the gym late at night at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I'm home working on my business. So I've created that routine that just keeps my mind at peace, where it's like, okay, I'm doing something to make money during the day. I doing something for my health. And then I doing something for my business that's going to benefit me personally in the end. And that is something that makes me feel good every day. Like I don't let people stress me. I don't let negative comments stress me. It's just like whatever's gonna happen.
Yes. Yes. So self-development is a big factor when it comes to growth. And if you're not happy, if you're not a energy, whatever spirit that you are carrying, it flows.
Yes,
So
yes.
even with that, like what kind of people do you surround yourself with? Like for me, I have my sisters, kingdom sisters. They keep me motivated spiritually, and they help keep me accountable. But what does your circle of friends look like?
So I
Because
love
that plays a great factor.
it. Does it does.
Mm-hmm.
And that quote, "You're a reflection of the 5 people you surround yourself with," is like a real thing. And you
Mm-hmm.
said it, when you put out good energy,
Mm-hmm.
energy comes back to you. I
Mm-hmm.
swear,
Mm-hmm.
I had my self growth and development for the past 3 years now, and I swear to you, within those
Mm-hmm.
2-3 years,
Mm-hmm.
I've met so many people that I literally connect with, and it's like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
where have you been all my life?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I'm putting that great energy out,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm meeting the same type of people that's on this journey with me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just like, this is why you have to work on yourself. Because when you're a
Mm-hmm.
negative person, you meet negative people, then both of y'all just toxic.
Toxic.
Nobody want to deal with. It's 2022.
Exactly. It's tiring being a toxic person. I don't know how people carry and hold grudges, because I'm like, it doesn't make no sense. Let me be at peace. Whatever. If something might trigger you and something, but you have to learn how to cope with these things healthily, So even it plays a big role at even running a business, because you are going to encounter different persons, and you have to know that even if the person is toxic, that you know how to deal with them when they approach you, so they don't come at you left, or that you don't take on that
Let them
energy of
affect
that
you.
person.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't let them affect you. And to answer your question, since I've gone through that journey of developing myself,
Mm-hmm.
I have friends now, like recent friends that I've met within 2 years, that
Mm-hmm.
I have a friend that I can go to if I'm having business problems. I have a
Mm-hmm.
friend that I can go to if I'm feeling down. I have a friend for everything, and they just literally just found themselves in my life. And I'm so grateful for it, because I'm
Mm-hmm.
not the type of person to make new friends,
Mm-hmm.
but all these people play such an important role in my life,
Mm-hmm.
that if I continue working on myself, like who else is going to,
Right.
come and make my life better? Like all the people that I've
Yes.
met recently has made my life better.
Yes.
I can't
But
complain.
you get from them, but you also give.
Give. Yeah.
You know, there's something that I love to say is that we're not meant to go through this world alone. You know, even in the Bible it says, I'm going to a little church here, but even in the Bible it says that it's not we're not man is not made to be alone. It's the same thing. A lot of times we think is relationship, marriage, and whatnot, but even in life, our daily
Mhm.
life, when we encounter people, because there's certain things that you know, Daiki, and I don't know,
Yeah.
and me connecting to you will be able to put me on. Imagine if I have to do everything on my own. You know how stressful that is?
Exactly. Exactly. And
Mm-hmm.
that's just, and especially with business,
Mm-hmm.
networking
Mm-hmm.
is your best friend. And because I
Mm-hmm.
have this, people naturally are drawn to my personality because I'm just real. If you don't like
Mm-hmm.
me, something most likely internally with you. But people are naturally, no, it's true. People are naturally drawn to my personality. So they're like, whatever I can do to help this girl, I want to. And it's happened to me a lot, especially now. I've been meeting so many different people, and because they see, especially that I take my business serious and I'm very passionate about it, they'll introduce me to different people that they know can
Mm-hmm.
help me.
Mm-hmm.
So if they
Mm-hmm.
know they can't help me, it's like, okay, let me introduce you to this person who is
Mm-hmm.
serious.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this person who could do modeling for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like once you put good out, good gonna come back to you.
That's true. That is true. And you've always been a kind person. I've never had any bad experiences with you, but yeah, it's girl. But okay, so with even with Dilarogue, what plans do you have? Do you have any plans for like socially that you would like to do with your brand? Let's say community outreach. Do you have anything in mind in regards to that? And I have another question. I'm going to say it because I have a tendency of forgetting certain questions. What can your customers look forward to from Dilarogue? Like clothing, what do you have in store? An idea. So that's the second question. The last, yeah, this question, and then you could go.
Okay, so for me, I can't wait because I'm still in the beginning stages of my business.
Mm-hmm.
And I was born in St. Martin,
Mm-hmm.
raised in St. Martin. And I can't wait until I can give back to my
Mm-hmm.
community and especially to the youth
Mm-hmm.
and be someone that they can look up to.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
know,
mean, you're already done now too. So,
people that say that, and I'm like, no.
girl, you out here, you're doing the thing. You ain't just talking about it. You're doing it, and that's a big deal. There's
Yeah,
people that talk the talk, but they ain't walking the walk, and you are out there stepping out.
thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
girl. Stop doing
But
that.
I do have something planned this year, giving back to the community, specifically in St. Martin. I hope it works out. It's not,
Okay.
it's something that someone introduced to me, so I hope it does work out. I can't say
Mm-hmm.
much about it, but that's one
Okay.
thing, giving back.
Mm-hmm.
But for me and my brand personally, I can't wait until Dilarogue can give back to the community.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
mean with like entrepreneurship classes, seminars that people can come to just sit and talk to me and ask me questions about my
Mm-hmm.
journey.
Mm-hmm.
Even having different foundations and everything else to help others, because as I said, I'm still in the beginning stages, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to continue growing. And I want to
Yes.
be able to help people that are in their beginning stages because I know how it is to be there, you
You
know?
went through it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So those are some plans that I have to give back to the community.
Awesome. I can't wait to see because I like to see when people also give back. There's a thing that a lot of people depend on government to do certain things and government can't do it all. So with you even being from St. Martin, I do hope that other persons, other students that have had the opportunity to leave can also, always give back to where they came from,
Yeah.
you know? So the other question, I still remember it, is what do you have in store? You have another thing you want to say?
No. What I have in
Okay.
store for
Yeah.
Dilarogue. So
Mm-hmm.
I have a
She's
lot.
gonna bring this back,
I bring in the hat back because Christine tell me I need to bring the
please.
hat back. So I'm gonna bring them back. And a lot of people have been asking, so I guess this is my sign to bring it back. I'm gonna
Yes.
bring it back.
And you guys are welcome.
Dilarogue.com. Okay. Um, I bring in out a lot. I'm working on a lot of new content because
Okay.
social media now there's too much money to be made out here on social
Cha.
media, and we gotta get on it. Um, I'm putting out a lot of new hoodie sets because those have
Mm-hmm.
been selling really well. Me personally,
Mm-hmm.
I love, like I have this on right now, which is the sky set, and
Okay.
and it's shorts, so it fits perfectly right now because it's like 70 degrees in Florida right now. I'm putting out more of these, but I'm also putting out more styles that match my personal style because I
Mm-hmm.
know a lot of people love how I personally just dress,
Mm-hmm.
but it
Mm-hmm.
takes time to come up with those styles because it's basically coming from scratch and it's my ideas and you have
Mm-hmm.
different samples
Mm-hmm.
and it takes months to get it perfect. And one thing about my brand, you're getting quality. You are going to get quality. So you're gonna wait. It's true. You're gonna wait a year before I put it out because I want to make sure that when you get it, it's like, wow, it was worth the wait.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot in store this year. I'm praying that everything works out. God has had my back. He's had my back from the beginning. So
He's faithful. Yes.
yeah, it's gonna continue working out. So just stay tuned.
Okay. Social media promo. How was that process for you? That's definitely you stepping out and being that brand. In order for you to do that, you have to believe in the brand. Was the process of, and you used to model and everything, but I still think it's different when you are doing that. So what was it? What did the process look like for you?
The promo, especially for Dilarogue, came so natural for me.
Okay.
It did. I can't say I struggled because
Okay.
I've always been behind the camera, in front of the camera, or creating content or whatever else. But also, people can tell that you're genuine and you're passionate about something. And that's what has made the promo and everything else on Dilarogue work so perfectly. Because people, they can tell just by my videos and me talking on videos and me wearing the clothes. It's like, wow, she's really passionate about this. And then I also have so many customers that speak so highly of Dilarogue that he wasn't sure because I'm the owner. You got 100 other people who are my customers telling you that this is a great brand. They have great quality. So it came naturally, and I'm just gonna continue to elevate when it comes to branding and my content and everything on Dilarogue because we here for good, baby.
Okay, we out here. We out here. I want to elaborate more on that too. You are your brand and how you encounter with people, how you move along with people. That's what sells. If you wasn't a nice person, you know, and you did all of this promo, your product would not have reached that far.
It wouldn't. No, it's true. It's true. And my brand is basically Dilarogue on its own, but it's also me personally.
It's you, yes.
Yeah. So because if I was a horrible person, a person who was always in altercations with other people, someone who with the drama and everything else, I wouldn't be getting the support that I'm getting with my business.
Exactly.
Because you are a representation of your brand. So if I'm out here wearing Dilarogue and you're known to be a person to just be creating problems, it's like, I don't want to wear that.
I won't represent her. Why?
Yeah. So that's a great example. Yes.
Okay. Do you have any last words that you want to tell the people before we close off this meeting? I mean, this interview.
This was a great interview. I hope we could do a follow-up one, hopefully by the end of the
year. Okay. We should. We should do probably the ending of the year or next year, a recap. We'll see.
Yes. Let me do a follow-up. As I said, my brand stands for going against the expected. And one thing I want to say, if you have a plan or a vision or something that you personally want to do and you're worried about what people are going to say, just do it. Just do it. Just be you. Just do it. And trust me, your vision is going to come to fruition and you're just going to be like, wow, why did I wait so long to do this? Just do it. Start today. As soon as you watch this video, if you had something planned, you have it written down, or you want to do something personally for yourself, start today. This is your sign to start today and to go against the expected. Okay, don't worry about what people expect you to do, because everyone right now expects you to go to school, work till you're 65, retire, and
you don't have no money for retirement.
We're not about that life anymore. It's 2022. We hustling and getting where we need to get from young in our 20s. So just go for it. Just go for it.
Okay, you guys heard it from Madame Miss Dilarogue. Go against the unexpected. Just do it.
Expected.
Yes. So Daiki, I do want to thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule to do this interview with me. We should do a follow-up. We'll see what the schedule is looking like in the future, but I had you here first, so that's props to me, to God. So thank you so thank you so much for your time. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope you guys are encouraged and that you are going to do it as Ms. Dilarogue stated. Have a blessed and a wonderful day. Bye. You can find Dilarogue on Instagram, and it is spelled
Dilarogue, Dilarogue. That way you can remain updated with all the new things that she has upcoming. And you can also find Miss Dilarogue, D Going Rogue. So DGOINGROGUE, and everything you'll find in the description box if you would like to purchase an item. Is on Dilarogue.com, but all the information is on their Instagram. Go ahead and follow them right now, and you won't be disappointed with the quality, because it's all about quality when it comes to Dilarogue. All right, guys. Bye.